Good evening, ladies. Good evening, gents, if there are any gentlemen watching. Hope you're all having a lovely weekend. I'll wait for a couple of ladies to come in. If you are about, I can see the chat. So pop me a message in chat. In fact, I will pop a message just to make sure it's working. Oh, I should have said everyone, but there we are. Hiya, Rian. Hiya, everyone. I should have said everyone. Never mind. Hiya, Rian. Hey, you sweet. How are you, sweetheart? Notice something? I'll lift this up, see if you notice. I can't wait for you to see my desk. It's all like tidy. Hi, little book, sweetheart. How are you? Remind me of your name, sweetheart, because I do forget channel names went along with names. But if I know your name, I can say hello to you personally. Oh, new cloth. I know. It's about that much short each side, but I can deal with that. That's a sacrifice I'm willing to deal with. It did take most of the afternoon though to get on, but in the process, good, I'm Ruby. Hi, Ruby, sweetheart. In the process, I've done a bit of tidying up and rejigging on my table, and it looks really neat. Really neat and tidy. It's a bit scary, actually. Where have I gone? I am hi, Ruby, sweetheart. I am. What am I doing tonight? Was halfway through doing the journal last week. Now these were the pages that we did last week together. Let's just move that and that out of the way. I'll explain all in a second. And there's like little tuck spots here. That's a tuck spot. There's a pocket there. There's fabric pockets as well as paper ones. I'm quite decided what I'm going to put on the paper of it all as of yet. But yeah, you'll soon sort that out. I know, I will. There's a little tuck pocket there. There's one behind, and then this opens up there. I don't know how long it's going to stay tidy. There's a little envelope I made with ephemera and sari silk ribbons. There's a little pocket here, and all the names are stuck on. Hiya, Sue, sweetheart. There's that one which I need to ink up. There's this one. I'm just showing everybody the pages because I have added. Hiya, Carolina. I have added some bits of extra bits and pieces. The extra bit was one of these. So when I did my challenge, I think this was one of the first pieces I made, and it's just made out of a piece of scrap, but I've attached it to one of those bulb clips. Yeah, I think they're called bulb clips, so Sarah can take it out. All this is loose, so she can snip away. I've got to ink that edge. Of course, there's the lovely Mitch Angie Plaisy, and there's a pocket there. So, as you can see, it's starting to fill up really nicely. It's starting to be really chunky, and we're about halfway through the book. So what I was going to do, since we're halfway through the book and I like working backwards instead of forwards, you should really do your pages first, then do your cover. But I'm so eager to get the cover sort of not done and sealed, because there's going to be 2 covers kind of on this book. I say 2. Yeah, there's going to be 2 covers on this book, sort of. So we're going to be doing the outer cover. All will be explained in a second. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. And then I thought hopefully we'll finish the cover off, but if we don't, we don't. Hopefully we will. And then I can finish off the rest of the pages with you all next week. Hopefully, that's my plan anyway. So there's the journal cover, the journal pages. I have printed out, or not printed out, sorry. I have tea stained a load of other pages when I did a load of tea staining. And I've got some doilies that if I want to stick them on the end, I've got them ready. These are just the pieces that I've gathered together ready to put in. There's more pages. There's that piece that I've got to somewhere put in. I don't know where yet, but I've got to put that piece in. Because that's got the little bear that if I ever send a swap to anyone, or I send anything out to anyone, you'll always notice that little bear go on. And then I also made these envelopes. I think I made two. Let me see. There should be two. That one says Inspire and it's got some buttons on. That's the spine for the journal. There's more like covers here. There you are. There's more vintage envelopes that I've created to go in. There's lots of wording. I did 3 of these, so they get all to go in. So yes, and we've got wording as well. So there's crafting, handmade, handcraft, thought of the day, and what does that one say? Inspiration. And then I've also got like little pieces. I've just run a couple of stitches through. I haven't really done anything with them, but I wanted to show you what was in my box because I don't think I have. If at any time you see smoke, it's this. It's this. It's an air wet. Just I don't want to alarm anybody in case they see smoke. What it is, it's sending off a lovely air freshener. Wait till the blue light comes on and it'll start smoking up. So in case you see smoke, nothing's on fire, but I will check. It's this. And I think I've got something in there. I can't even think now. But anyway, got them. So I am sort of, oh, that's where that page went. I am sort of halfway through the book. I've got another, how many have I got done? I got another 7 more names to put in. So if I have to make a second book, that's what I have to do. Hoping I haven't got to do that, but it is looking quite chunky as is. There's the chunk of it. So because I'm not working on that tonight, the pages, I'm going to put that to one side. Out my way. Oh, that's not right. So to make the cover, now I've been having a think. This was a cushion cover. Hi again, sweetheart. Let me see if I've missed anyone. Hi, Sue. Hi, Carolina. I don't think I've missed anyone, but if I have, hello. Thank you for popping in, ladies, and being a part of our chat. So the cover, the main cover of the book. Like I say, this book's going to have sort of 2 covers, and I don't mean a cover on the outside and the inside. It's going to have the cover. See if I can explain this. So it's going to have the cover on the outside. Say this will be the cover on the outside, and then I'm going to use that's the pages, okay, and then this is the cover to go on the pages, and then this will slide in by elastical band in the middle, and that's the second cover. So initially it will have 2 covers. And the reason I do it like that is because you can add or take away as many pages as you want to do. You can add another signature in. You could buy a book from the shops and add it in. So that's the new reason I do it like that. I know some ladies prefer not to do it like that, but I do. Right, I'm just putting this. I'm putting it all away. Something's going on. Right. So this was a cushion cover, and I really, really, really like the print on it. I thought it matched in with what you've all made for the journal, and to me it looks got that vintage feel about it. So I've cut it down the middle. I sort of had to stop because I thought I'm not even showing no one. And it's got not muslin, is it gauze, I think that's how I pronounce it, inside. But because, and it's also got the zip inside as well, which I didn't initially see, but I might keep that in as a bit of a hidden pocket at the back. Might keep that in a bit of a hidden pocket. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the top page because we're going to need that for reference, and I'm going to cut. Be careful. Oh, it's okay. I'm going to turn my mat for starters to give me a bit more room, a bit more playroom. Right. Okay. So I have sprayed this with spray starch, and I've ironed it as well. So it's had its first lot of iron. Now I will sew one tassel on the spine, but I was thinking it might look like a cushion cover, might look a bit too thick if I was to keep the 2 tassels at the bottom. So, and because I've now got a raw edge at the top, it's not a closed-in edge, I'm gonna open all the sides, so all the edges are raw, and then I can close them all up then, and they'll all look the same. So I'm using my mat as a guide, so I'm putting this cushion cover on sort of that line there, that very thin line, and then I'm cutting on the thickest line. Now it would help if I had the blade off. God. Okay, and I'm going to try and keep that intact. I don't know how far I'll get. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I can see it because I don't want to cut it. Because if I do cut the tassel, it's going to leave me with 2 bits. I'm hoping when I do open this out, yeah, they've just plaited the top, look. So I've just opened it out. And I can keep that bit. There's nothing to say I won't keep it. But what I might do is use this bit in a second. So that is the first tassel. Turn this around and do the exact same thing on this side. Ooh. And I have checked that it's the same width. It's the same width. Lift that up a little bit. I don't want it to flicker off. There. There's that. I'll snip it a little off. There. That gives me 2 raw edges. And again, I might use the tassels, but in 2 different ways. So one will be on the cover and one will be on something else in the book. Hello, good evening, Miss Paisley. Now, I did say to you all the lovely Miss Angie Paisley would be with us this week, but she's not very well. So, Angie, I'm sending you all my love, sweetheart. Hopefully, I'll have her on soon with me when she's feeling a bit better. Right. Okay. So, there's my raw covers and my... Oh, wait a minute. I know it does stuff. Right. So there is the zip, which I'm going to keep in. I've got, with me using a cushion cover as well, it gives me the inside and it gives me sort of the outside. Now I do want to keep this as my inside because I want the zip to be like a hidden pocket. So I'm going to take this piece and move it out of my way because I'm not going to need it just yet. And I'm going to get a, I don't know whether this will, no. I don't know. No. I didn't know whether that would be, no, it's not big enough. Right, bear with me. I don't know what that noise is. Hoping I've got enough. You are perfect. Okay, or shall I use the canvas stuff I had bought today? Oh, I think I will, because you're gonna see. Oh, I think I will. Change of plan. I'm not using white. Oh, I'm gonna use the canvas Laura Ashley fabric I bought today. Oh, so precious. I know it's grey, but you're gonna see the frayed edges on the edges, and it's going to give it a bit of stiffness, which is why I'm using it. Right, I'm going to cut this down a segment. You get a quick scissors. And this is like, it's not oh god, what am I trying to say? It's not cotton, it's more like a canvasy feel. Right, so now I've cut that out. I'm going to lay that on top like so. So this is going to act as my inside. Yeah, that's right. I'm gonna sort of pull it inside out in a second. So I've got that. I have my dog is in my. Does anybody else have a dog that sits? She's actually sitting. I wish I could show you, but I can't because the camera doesn't stretch. But she's actually sitting in my drawer that I keep all my cottons in. She's actually got a bed in this room as well, but she's sitting in the drawer, curled up like a ball, trying to get as small as possible. Right, I've got some muslin here that I want to use because I want to feel it on the edge. So I've got that. And you're probably thinking, crap, we're going to use the inside. I'm not using it just yet because I want to do some sewing on. I want to do some sewing on the cover, and I don't want you to see the stitches the other side, which is why I'm not using the thingamajig. Here we go. The this yet. I will sew it on, but I don't want to use it just yet. My card does that too. My sister-in-law just had similar and she felt better, then started again. Oh, Rian, sweetheart. Oh, thanks. I've had a head cold all week and yesterday just got worse. I know, bless her. She was so worried about it. Hi, River, sweetheart. I did see you come in, but I was busy yakking away. So, my apologies. It's lovely to see you. All right, I'm just going to cut and leave myself a bit of a border all the way around. I'm going to use these pieces in a second now to make myself a band. Right. Okay. The other piece. Right. Right now. Stop right now. That is my muslin. Now that you're going to see between these two layers. But I'm just thinking. And it's going to hurt my head if I think too hard. I'm just thinking I need some pins, and I put them down. Oh God, tidied up, put them down. And I came across these new pins, and I was like, haha, I'm going to use these. Oh. Look at them ones. Got starry eyes on. Right, okay. Tell you what I also want as well is some sew on interfacing. I'm hoping this is going to be enough. Yeah, enough, plenty. Should have left it that way, really, for me to cut it. And I am roughly cutting this because I'm going to sew it on with my machine in a second. But I don't want to be cutting the muslin underneath. Right, let me pull that down. And I'm just going to, oh gosh, cut it. Cut my keyboard then. Put my keyboard. Know the feeling, Angie, out lying on the sofa coughing and sneezing, and hours later he will say, what's wrong with you? Oh, bless. Just get on with it. You should hear him when he gets a cold. I know, Miss Rian. I know, Miss Ange. But I'm hoping you'll be well enough to come on next week. I'm sending you my love. You know I am. And bless her, I spoke to her last night. She's like, I'd love to come on, but I can't. Why can't you come on, Ange? Because I'll be sneezing all night if I do. And she was just sort of getting over not feeling well, going back in her craft room and creating stuff, and she came down with this. Oh, good. Hi, Carla. Hi, Mary, sweetheart. Right, so I've got sew on interfacing. It's not cut straight, and I'm not bothered in a second. I have muslin. I can pronounce it. I gotta think now. How am I gonna? Yeah, fold it in, and then it's gonna be seen. If I stitch it like this, I'm folding the muslin in on itself. Because if I stitch, let me move this. If I stitch it like so, what will end up happening is the muslin will be stuck on the inside. It won't be showing on the outside. So I am just folding the muslin in on itself. So over the front cover, that's facing down. I always have to think when I'm doing things like this. There goes my smoke again. I always have to think when I'm doing things like this, because 9 times out of 10, because it's, I don't know, because you have to sort of think about the where you want it to begin with. I have to sort of think about what one step ahead, and I sort of struggle with that a lot, trying to think what way I would like things. Right, I think I have all the muslin tucked under. So, right, I'm going to take my sew on interfacing. I'm just going to use my pins and start pinning it down, leaving myself a gap. So this is going to be my gap. There's one there. And there's one. Come on. These pins are a bit stiff. There. No, I'm not using these pins. They're a bit stiff for some whatever reason. They're stiff. Right, pins. Same. Like that. So I've left, there's probably about 3 inches of a gap. So I just read where I put my cat asleep in the drawers too. It does he so. My dog, she's got her own bed and she is still insists on sleeping like a ball in my drawer of my with all my cotton is. And I'm like, no. So now when I buy new cotton, it goes on the top of the unit. At least till I've cut into it. Right. I'm just going to pull this a little bit down. Hoping I've got enough. There's that. That one. I'm going to put one here. Before I do, let me just tuck that muslin in. Right. So it's ready to sew. Let me move these pins. The really stiff ones. These pieces of I don't know what to call them. What am I trying to say? These pieces of muslin and these pieces of fabric that I've had laying around, and I said I was going to use it through the journal. I'm going to use them in a second for something a little bit different. And I also got this out. Oh, that way. I also got that out, which gives me a real nice pattern, which I was thinking on the back page of the cover. I'm going to create, I might create it on the front as well, but I'm going to create pockets. I was thinking because I want the, hi Lorna, Lorna. Hiya Lorna, sweetheart. I was thinking of doing pockets for this. That's my thought process. I don't know whether that'll end up happening. I haven't got a clue, but I got it out anyway. I just thought it was so pretty that I had to Lorna. Knew I got you confused. I said your name to somebody the other day, and they went, Lorna, she's new. I went, no, she's been in the group ages. And then it wasn't until I explained, and they went, her name's not Lorna, it's Laura. I was like, oh, right, okay. Right, let me show you the sewing machine. So, I'm hoping you guys get to see it. Let me just check that you can. Somebody tell me if you can see. My computer's just gone like the wrong one. Wait a second. Ah, yeah, you can. I can see. Thank you, Mrs. G. Right, so let me just check something. Yeah, the noise knocked off. I didn't want the noise interfering. I go by anything, Colette, no worries. I've been called worse. The Laura. Why I keep calling you Lorna? I have no idea. I do apologize. Just have to get used to me, sweetheart. I think you by now you are. Right. So I'm going to start with that purple pinnet. I'm going to put a few stitches in, and I'm just going to stitch all the way around, taking my pins out as I go. Now you could use iron-on. This is actually iron-on interfacing. It's just instead of ironing it on, I'm sewing it on. It doesn't make much difference. It just thickens that outer casing of the journal a little bit more than usual. It's all good you. It's all good you're seeing your machine. Oh, thank you, Sue, sweetheart. I'm going to take this pin out. I went shopping today. Oh, I did. Me and Rian went shopping, didn't we, Miss G? We went shopping and we got new fabrics. It's a bit of a brain teaser. Sorry, audio correct is being for me just now. Oh, Sue, sweetheart, it's okay. Look, if I'm calling Lorna, I'm sure I can forgive you for the audio correct. I remember you saying about that. Remember you saying to me about that. Take this. Oh. I might have to chop some down. Do you know what? I checked the length, but I didn't check the. Oh, but then again, I cut the sides. It might fit. Oh my god, I'm saying it might. I'm going to stop here just in case I've got to cut any of it down. I didn't check. It would be a good idea to check. I checked the length before I came on, but I didn't check the right, so that would be the middle. Yeah, it's way too long. So where's the I'm trying to see if I can find the flowers. There's the flowers there. I want the middle of the flower to be the middle of the book. So yeah, it has to be cut down. So I've got to cut it. Take these pins out because they're also in. And I'm going to cut the sides down in a second anyway. But if I do it to about there. Let me get a pen of some kind. Okay. So about there, I would say. About there. Right. So what I'm going to do, since I haven't cut this side down, I'm just going to unpick these few stitches. Right, now I've loosened that up a little bit. My cutting to about there. Right, move this out of the way. I've never bought a second-hand wedding dress and wasn't sure I have had enough cash on me. Oh wow. Oh, did I miss them? Colette just called me Taylor. It was easier for you. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I went shopping and saw 6 wedding dresses in a charity shop. I was tempted to go in and buy one. Oh, Gator, you got to be with me. I get wedding dresses. I always buy them. Oh, well, Gator, our shop's the treasure. $70. How did you control yourself? $70. That was after the 6, or was that just for the one? To 1 at 25. Was it stupid? No, Mary, it wasn't. It wasn't stupid. Not for 25. I don't pay any more than about. It depends. What or how much was on the dress? Was it full of appliques? Dresses from $70 to $280s with stains and tears. No. Wow. No, you wasn't stupid, because wedding dresses are really expensive, and I guess you're only buying it for crafting, and I don't pay any more than. It depends. If it's, I've bought bridesmaids dresses before, right, and I bought them for the simple reason is there's a lot of appliques. So if it's a case of there was a ton of appliques and you bought it for that reason, quite a bit of bling, that is a bit expensive. If there wasn't loads of appliques on, then I would say, yeah, you know, if it was, what am I trying to say? If there was loads of appliques, the train was long and it was like head to toe in appliques, and there wasn't a lot of tulle on it. What I did do when I'm looking for wedding dresses, I bought one off eBay before now, is I look to see how much train it's got. I also look to see how much what am I trying to say? How much appliques it's got on there. What else do I look for? I always look to see about the tulle, because sometimes a wedding dress can be gorgeous, but you could have like meters and meters and meters and meters of tulle, and it's actually a standing joke at the moment with me and Angie, because we've got tulle coming out of our ears, and it's not the soft stuff, it's the really hard stuff, that bounces out of dress. So that's what I tend to look for when I am searching for a wedding dress, because at the end of the day, if I was wearing one, right, if I was getting married again and I was wearing one, then maybe I would, you know, go, oh, £25. Yeah, that's not so bad, you know, 20. But because it's for crafting, and I suppose you're a bit like me, Mary, when it comes to crafting, you want to buy things that, because it's for crafting, you don't want to be buying like really expensive things. When it comes to, you know, when it comes to things like that, because they're secondhand, and I know that charity shops make their money off the things we mainly buy out of the shops, but I always find that I always see if I can bargain them down. That's the one thing I do. And the second thing I will say to you is try and look to see how much of the dress that you get in. So have a look to see if there's the wedding dresses I've picked up. I've got appliques on the bodice. I've had arms with appliques on. There's been some bling pieces on, but not loads. The train has a lot of appliques on, and then I also look to see how much tulle there is. That's my other tip that I got for you all, because otherwise, like I say, you're gonna you know, you get home, you go to cut it up, and you've got meters of tulle. And what you do, unless you want tulle, of course, I don't particularly go for a dress because it's got tulle on. I try and stay away from it because I know I'm not going to use it. But that's just me. So it'll just depend really on what you're looking for. Are you looking for a dress that you can cut up? Are you looking for a dress that has got tulle? Are you looking for a dress that's got lots of appliques? Are you looking for a dress that's just got satin on it? Or silk? What is your, I'm seeing a lot of comments with the wedding dresses, and I gathered that most of you do buy wedding dresses. What would be your tip when you buy one? What would you know, if somebody was to go out and buy one after this live, what tip would you give them to buy one? Because that's what mine would be, is to have a look how much of a dress you've got when you go to take it. I mean, you can't cut it up, unfortunately, there and then, but that's not to say that you can't sort of lift it up and have a look. And that's what I tend to do. I have tulle. You can have colour. No, that's okay, Miss Paisley. You keep your tulle. I'm fine, honestly. See what I mean? Right, I'm gonna cut this side now. Now, no, I've got to cut the other side because my book isn't the size I want it to be as of yet. Okay. So I want it there to end, so I'll probably come in here. There's my thinking of having some tulle with brown for collect. What do you think, Angie? No, please. Where do you live, ladies live to pay so much for wedding dresses? Wow. Hi, Jean, sweetheart. I live in the UK. I live in South Wales in the UK. I tend not to, for wedding dresses, I never pay. I usually get two for about £40–50. That's rough. That's the highest I've ever gone for two. But if I'm going in there for one, 20, 25, but that's got like a load of train to it, tons of appliques, not a lot of tulle. Yeah, so that's the kind of things that I sort of grab my attention for when I go looking for wedding dresses. Right, I have. Going to tack that muslin in. I'm going to do the same on this side, but I'm going to leave my opening now in a second. I think I'm pulling it from the other side. If I am, put a couple of stitches down to keep it closed. Right, I'm going to just do a couple of stitches here. Right, no, I'm not going to even pin it. I'm going to do a couple of stitches on the end while everybody gives me their top tip. Okay, and here. So I've only gone in about 1 inch each side. I'm going to cut this down and then I'm going to turn it. My tip would be make sure that there's plenty of appliques on it. My tip, but yeah, tell me where I can get one for £25. Here the charity shops sell Primark clothes for the same price as new. What charity shops have you got around you, Sue? I don't, you know, like, I don't know whether it's the same for everywhere, but I don't go into a specific charity shop. Another place you can get them, and I have bought one off this place, if you can't get them around by you, is eBay. Have a look on eBay, and you might find it might need a wash, but that's okay. I mean, you're using it for crafting, you know. Like I said, if I was wearing it, that'd be a different story. But I wash it with Vanish. I wash it with washing powder and condition it to make it soft. But then I also wash it with Vanish, and it brings out all the stains and it makes it pop, and it goes into like dull white to a complete white. So yeah, that's what I usually do. Right, now I'm going to turn this very carefully inside out. You see, I have missed the tool, the other end of the right. As long as I've got the bulk of it, that's all that matters. Oh, I tell you what I should have done. You know, I'm thinking of it with my sister's one. Is, let me pull it back through again. There's a tip. Right, so, you know these corners, if you cut them at an angle, they will be nice for when you cut it the other way. Yeah, just making sure that I've got it, that's all. There's that one and that one. Right, now let me try and turn it inside out. Okay. I'm not bothered by the by a little bit of stretching. I'm not bothered fussed at all. Let me get a pokey powder. Really, I am 2 hours out of Tokyo, close to Michigan border. I get lots cheap. Do you? Wow. Love buying dresses from eBay. See, I thought there, you know, there are different places you can get them. I know there is. So it's just pulling a little bit, but it's not going to bother me because this isn't my inside. My inside is this, which I'm going to cut down, but this is my inside, and because I want to see some of this muslin on around the edges, I'm not quite finished with it as of yet. So I'm going to pull the edges out slightly on the edges, on the shorter sides, and I'm going to run a couple of stitches down the middle. And this should sit our book. That's our cover for book. Let me cut that away. There's the cover, and that's going to be the page, so it fits like real snug. That's what it fits, and that's going to be the inside. So I'm not quite finished with it yet. I've started using coloured burlap for journals. Oh, that's a good idea. Come on over, dear. All kinds of good stuff in Goodwills. Oh, bless, Jean. I'm there. I'm with you, Jean. Where are you about to you? You said you're in USA? I'm catching the next flight over. Don't think I'm messing. I'll be there soon. Oh, bless you. I'm going to come shopping with you then, Jean. That is for sure. Lots of Dollar Tree Doll-a-rama. Oh, wow. Nice idea. That was a nice idea, wasn't it, that Ruby gave us about using coloured burlap for journals. That is a good idea, because I suppose it'll stiffen it a little bit as well. Thank you for sharing that idea, Ruby, sweetheart. That is a really clever idea. Being to Florida, it's amazing. Love America. Oh, I've never been, Carla. Was it Carla that said that? No. Hello, Ruby. Hi. Oh, hiya, Carla. I'm sure I said hello to you, sweetheart. Ruby, I have never been to America, but I am catching the next flight and I'm coming to see Jean. Then she knows all the bargain places to go. Right, take this page out and we're going to do some top stitching. Now I've got some of my bits of my material showing on the edges. I'm going to tuck this edge in that I opened it up with. There's that. And I'm going to do a bit of a top stitch. And if you're wondering what that noise is, if you're new to my channel and wondering what the heck that noise is, it's my dog. He's not even anywhere near me. I'll be in Clet's luggage. Exactly. Michael's is not cheap over here. We haven't got a Michael's over here. So what would you find in Michael's then, Jean? Or is there anybody else that lives in the USA? What kind of things would tell me what kind of things you would find in Michael's? What, because then I can sort of say what, relate it to one of our shops. Obviously we haven't got a Michael's, but we might have a shop that, you know, that sells what Michael sells over here. You know, an option. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. Right, hoping you can see that. I'm going to check it in a second. Right, all I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to close my opening up, and I'm going to go right to the edge. Take a pin out. Okay, so there's my edge closed. I'm just going to do a little bit of a top stitch this side, and then I'm going to change the colour to see the stitches. Now my fabric is getting a little bit too thick. Okay, so let me change the thing. Look up the store. Michael is all craft. Oh yeah, Carla, you live in USA. What was I thinking? I look it up. I was just thinking what related to what we've got over here. Michael sells very overpriced craft supplies. They're like American Jones and Hobby Lobby, but so expensive here in Canada. Oh wow. Paints, paper, stuff. All right, so they sell like crap. I think didn't you do a vlog, Carla, on Michael's? Did you do a vlog on Michael's, or was it my imagination? I'm gonna put some brown in because it's vintage. So bear with me while I change my cotton. I'm sure you did, or was that a different shop? Was it? Oh no, I'm not. Was it? It was a while back, not a while back, but you know what I mean. Maybe a month or so ago. I can't remember when you did it now, but I don't know whether you showed Michael's or whether you showed another shop. Oh gosh, another shop. Right, I'm gonna put that in there, and this is what I mean about not seeing. Yeah. Works a treat. Works a treat, that is. Oh wow. Have you tried putting embroidery thread in your bobbin? Turn fabric face down. Works a treat. Have I tried putting my embroidery thread in your bobbin? Turn the fabric face down. It works. Right, I'm going to do that. So, Ruby, do you mean, once I thread this now, I think I've got an idea what you mean. I'll try it because I want to do some zigzag stitches. So I will try it. Okay. Would help if I had the that's better. Okay, so my thread is in. Right. Do you mean that's the front of the book? Do you mean that's it? I thought it was you, Carla, but I wasn't. I knew it was you, but I couldn't remember when you did it. Yeah. Right. Because I'm not seeing the stitches on this side where the muslin is, because I'm going to be putting that piece where the zip is. Put the embroidery thread in your bobbin, put the fabric on the side you want it to show. Put your embroidery thread on the bobbin. Put your fabric side. Right, I'm totally lost. So I've threaded on my machine. Do you mean the fabric that I want the stitches to show, to be it face down? Have you done a video on it, Ruby? Because I'm totally and utterly lost. I'm just going to read some comments. Yeah, all right. Okay, so let me try it then. Let me think where I want to put it. Okay, that's the top. Right, okay, so my side that I want it to show. Hiya, Julia, sweetheart. Side that I want it to show is facing down. Where? You've done the wrong stitch. Ah, I see what you mean. Do you mean it like that? So with a thread, I need a zigzag stitch. Let me do a wider zigzag stitch. Right, so. Oh, do you mean like that? Yes, put it on a nice stitch. Right, okie doke. I think I'm with you. Ruby has a bobbin method video that shows how. I didn't know that, Carla. That's why I was asking whether she had done a video, because I'm going to go and watch it if she has. I'm going to put it on a nice stitch now. I just want to do a couple of zigzags on my front of my journal. This is a clever idea. Haha! I know you're with me now. I got a bit confused, but thank you so much, Ruby. Okay. I think I'm going to put some at the bottom here. And then I'm going to put it on a different stitch because it's brown. I like that. Oh, Ruby, that's such a clever idea. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for sharing that with me. You didn't have to, but thank you. I'm going to use a different stitch. And I'm going to do it alongside the stitch I've just done, the wider. Oh, where am I going? Where's my honeycomb stitch? This is what I call a honeycomb stitch, which in a second you'll see why I call it that. Okay, and I'm going to do here. I like this method. I do like this method. See how I learned from you ladies and how you all inspired me, but I'm going to go and watch your video after. I'm going to make it. I'm going to go watch your video. Now you've told me about it, I'm going to go watch your video and see how you've done it, because I got it a little bit on what you've said to me. I'm going to do some down here. And I've done it in brown because I want it to be vintage looking. Okay, and I just want a couple of stitches here. And here. And we will do this flip over now in a second, see how it turns out. Because this is the inside of the, it's not going to be the inside of the journal, because I'm doing, okay, explained in the beginning, I'm doing 2 covers. Because there's no stitches down there. I think this is such a clever idea, and I cannot wait to see I can't wait to see the result. But I don't want to flip it over because you haven't seen the result. So let me show you the result. Give me a second. My screws come loose. I'm going to move them out my way. Right, so this is the result from what Ruby says. We have way more than what we need, and I have to force myself to stay away. I'm with you on that, Carla. Oh, wow, look at that. Oh, Ruby, that's beautiful. That is such, I don't know, that is such a clever idea. It probably looks, I don't know, old. It's beautiful. I need to get my sewing machine out again. Not used it forever. You would never have thought I used to make my own clothes and work in a fabric shop. Oh, Julia, wow. Oh, my word. I would believe it because you've said it. Well, you've got to get your sewing machine out now, lovely. Got to. I like the bobbin method because it looks hand embroidered. It does. You can use it on paper too. I'm going to give it a go on paper actually, only because you've really inspired me. Let me do, this is the front page. So let me try it on the front page a little bit on there. So I've done some of it at the top. That looks wicked. That looks so, that is really, really clever. Done a little bit on the top. Can you see that? I haven't covered it, but I've done a little bit. I like that method. And Ruby, you've so inspired me to keep that method and to keep doing it. I'm going to do, I think I want to do, because the book is going to get folded in half, I'm going to do some down here. So get my pen. This is an erasable pen. Some there, and I want to do I want to do anything? I want to do some here. So let me get a different stitch, or shall I keep with the same stitch? don't know whether to keep with the same stitch or whether to do a different one. No, I'm going to keep with the same one, but I'm going to go back to my zigzag. So, that is, Ruby, you are so clever, honestly. I like that method. I think now what way it sews. I do like that method of oh, I've done it the right way round. I've done it the right way round. Oh, never mind. I'll do a honeycomb stitch next door to it. It's because, right, where am I going? There. Never mind. Right, and I'm going to do honeycomb stitch, which is that is such a clever idea, and I always believe, right, if I never panic if I've made a mistake in my crafting, because if I've made a mistake, then I know I've made it. Doesn't that make sense? I never panic if I've made a mistake. Because some mistakes does everybody else think like that, like me? Because some mistakes can be a happy mistake, see? And I never panic. I panic if I want to do something correctly, when I think, oh, do I really want to do it like that? But I've done it. With all your possible stitches, you're going to have a ball. I will, Carla, indeed. Don't mean cross stitch floss, do you, Ruby? I'm not using embroidery thread. I don't think it's embroidery thread. I think it's just normal cotton. I should get some embroidery thread. But I think what I'm using is normal cotton. I can't remember, to be fair. But I love that technique. My book is going to look amazing. I need to do a zigzag stitch here. I love that technique. I'm so inspired to do more. I'm going to do a little bit where that thing is there. Right, okay. So those are my stitches. Now, because I've got this flower on, I have put thin ribbon in the bobbin. Oh, wow. Is it cross stitch floss? Just saw the video. Awesome, because I have hundreds of cross stitch colors. It was from Oh So Inspired collaboration. Oh wow. So was it you who did my vellum shakers? Ruby, that is such a clever idea. Thank you so much for sharing that on tonight's live. Honestly, you've definitely inspired me, and I don't know about anyone else, but I will be definitely thinking about what way I put my work into my machine now, and remember that it doesn't necessarily have to be the right way up in order for me to stitch, because I've never actually thought about that before. If I do it the wrong way, does it look, is it going to be wrong? I'm going to leave these stitches hang, I think, if I can. Right, so that is I'm going to leave those threads there as well. I have some, because it's vintage, I'm not quite finished yet with the outside. I have some vintage buttons. Hand wind thin ribbon in the bobbin. Right, okie doke. I will definitely do that. In the bobbin. I'll see if I've got. I'm trying to think now if I've got some thin ribbon. I must have somewhere. Oh, I know what I've got. Would this work? I'm trying to think where I put it. Bear with me. You so inspired me. Right, I've got some of this. Ruby, with this work. It's cross-stitch thread, and I think that's what Lorna's asking. Would this work if I was to hand wind some of this in? Have I got a bobbin spare? I have indeed. I'm going to do this on the perfect. I'm going to do this because I'm going to do. I haven't quite finished yet. Nearly finished the out cover, but what I will do on this, I'll do it on the wraparound because that's going to be the wraparound for this. Yes, that's the stuff. Right. Okay. I believe you. Let me see. So I've got brown at the top. Does it matter with the colours? Wait a minute. I got to get through that little hole. Doesn't it not matter? Let's see if I can just wind it around. This is such a clever idea. Right, okay. So I have got different colours, but it's only pink that I've got to hand. Should use brown really for vintage. And mind, it can have a little bit of pink in. Right, I'm gonna. Do I need to part the threads? I'm just having a look. Yeah, I'm going to be checking out Ruby's video. Yeah, I looked into that collaboration, Sue, but I can't make vellum shakers. I can't make them. Every time I try, it's never a shaker. It's always no. Oh, no. No, I don't. No. Yeah, please sub to each other. Because some of the ladies in chat are only beginning their journey on YouTube. So I don't need to part these threads. And I put it in like that. I'm testing my... Right, okay. I pulled that one out. It's just a little bit thicker. Ruby, do I need to part them? Oh, you've answered me. No. Look. I'm going to wind it around. I'm going to do this. I'll do this on the wraparound, I think. Mind me that it's there because I'm going to do that on the wraparound. Or shall I do it on the cover? Shall I do it on the cover? No, you're all looking. You're all eager to see how it turns out. I've never tried this before. I'm a bit nervous in case it doesn't come out, but you're never going to learn something if you don't try. That's a bit too thick. It won't go through my machine. It won't go through my machine. I think I need to lick the thread to put it through the hole in the bobbin and wind it as tight. Right, now I didn't do that. Wait a second. Didn't do that. Wow, this is such a clever idea. I am just floored. Let me get brown. I'm going to go and get brown because it's pink. I didn't put it through the hole. That's what I didn't do. Bear with me, let me get brown. Got a couple of colours to keep us going. I didn't realise that wasn't brown. What about some of that? There we are. Let me move this pink up the way. There's the end. The end gone. Wait a minute. I've got tons of these. Oh, come on, there's the end. There's the end. Oh, the end? Yeah, there's the end. Right, where's my bobbin? Wait a minute. I'm eager to try this. Can wind it on your machine like Ruby did. Okay, look. I'm trying to get the thing through the hole and then I'm going to wind it on my machine. I've never heard of this technique before. And I don't want to... Come on. Gosh. Why am I struggling? Right. Let's try again. Yeah. Threads are coming apart. I know what I can use. I've just had a thought. I can always snip it off. Put a little bit of glue on the end, see if that'll work. There. No, not quite. I am getting there. It takes a while, doesn't it? Aha, gotcha. Right. You said I can wind this on my machine. If I turn that, hold that down. No, wait a minute. Hold that down there. So handle this a little bit so it gives my machine a little helping hand to tighten it. I'm using, I thought I had picked up brown, but obviously not. This is like I've been looking at your digitals today, just found just what I need, so we'll order tomorrow. You're gonna love this, am I, Ruby? I was like, oh, shall I try it? Shan't I? But I want to try it because you've mentioned it, and I never give up on things, and I always try and see. It's handled up a bit. I don't want to put that through my machine if it's gonna. Come on, I had to pick the one that was handled up. I know. There. Come on. Word, I'm not giving up. There, that's better. Right. See if I got any more. Right, should be enough to keep us going. Right, okay. So, do I just go for it? I'm a bit nervous now. Right, I'll just go for it. Right, let me turn down the speed a little bit. Where's my button? I'll collect your donut. You didn't. Right, that goes there. I didn't thread the top properly. Bear with me, guys. This is the first time we're doing this. Right. Right, cut the top off. It's binding. Right, there's the top. Okay. We have one bobbin. Woohoo! Right. Right, okay. I'm going to cut it a little bit there. Move this up my way. Wait, make sure you hold the end piece. I did, sweetheart. That's why I was being quiet, because I was holding the end piece while I was going spinning round. Right, now that's taut and tight. This can be. In there. You can see it. Come on. It's not pulling the in there. I'll see it pull it if I give her a nudge in the hand. There. Bingo. Right. I do apologise for this taking so long. This is the first time I'm doing it. So we have the bobbin that I'm just threading. I am slightly nervous. And then, you know, right, and I'm going to do a couple of stitches. I'll do the zigzag stitch. Where do I want to go? Actually, let me see if I can find another stitch, because it would be nice if I had some variation. I know, crosses. That looks old. Crosses. Right, okay. Face down. Okay. And handled up. Face down over there. It's going slow because I'm a little bit nervous. I'm a little bit nervous. Right, stop there. It's because I cut it. Because I should have left it and just pulled it. Because my machine. There, that's better. I should have just left it and pulled it, and now I know what to do. Right, okay. Ooh. Right. Oh my word, look at that! Oh, Ruby! Oh, I love it. Can I do some more? Ah, look at that! Oh, Ruby, that's gorgeous. That's like, oh, that's amazing. Oh, I want another go. I want to do it all over again. Oh, my word. Oh, Ruby, thank you so much. Oh, I want another go. I want another go. Can I have another go? Oh, my word. Right. Let me have another go. I am so excited. Right, let me lift this up a second. Yeah, something's going on. I thought so. I know what I've done wrong. Bear with me, I know what I've done wrong. It's nothing to do with the thread. It's to do with I shouldn't have cut it, and it's caught up. I should have just let it go and then sort of cut it on the side because it's that little bit thicker. But I was trying to use my automatic threader to cut it. So I know what I've done wrong. But that is so I'm so excited and psyched out. Yeah. It's the top. Let me pull this out. And see the sauce before they will. Right, let me put this back on and start again. I don't know where it goes, so I'm not gonna. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I want another go. My fingers can't work quick enough. Come on. Right. Oh my word. Come on. Come on. I got crafting to do. Come on. Oh my word. Right, there's one. I gotta remember not to cut it with the automatic threader because it's too thick. You can't cut through it. Right, I'm gonna push my needle. Come on, you know you want to come. Let me try again. Getting all tangled up now. Right, pull that bit out of my way. Put the glass frame on a second. Come on, I wanna. Oh, I forgot to cut it. Would help. Come on, you're nearly there. Oh, come on. No, I won't do it. Why won't you do it? Ah, that's irritated me because it just worked. I'm going to try one more time, and then if it doesn't work, I won't bore you. I'm only dusted it off this week as Colette's inspired me make my first quilt, and I saw it this week, didn't I? Trying to think, didn't I, Rian? You showed me today. No. I like the idea, and it's not going to beat me. I am going to work out how to do this, and I'm definitely, if I can't get it to go now, I'm going to scream. Come on. No, it's not going. Right, I have got an idea now what you're on about, and I like it, and therefore we'll work on it. I'm going to put normal thread in. I did do it. You all saw I did do it. I'm going to put normal thread in, but Ruby, sweetheart, you have inspired me. I just need a little bit more practice on how I can get my machine, trick my machine into thinking I'm actually putting normal thread through. But that is an amazing thing. Thread tight. I'm going to practice it because I am just amazed. That, where is it gone? That is absolutely mega. Absolutely mega. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Honestly, now, I am going to get it to go. Trust me, I will. I will. And it's not going to beat me. I will work it out, and I will watch a video for one, because, like you say, I'm only attempting this for the very first time. But if you've never attempted this and you think, oh, can't I, shall I? Have a go. You're only going to know if you have a go. Don't put off by the fact I've just been struggling a little bit with my thread. Please don't be put off by it, because that's an amazing technique. And I am so privileged that you've come on, not only just come on to, you know, watch tonight's live, but you've come on and you've showed me how to do something like that, which I didn't think you could ever do with a machine, and it will definitely come to me. And the saying goes, practice makes perfect, and it definitely does. But I'm going to watch your video, because that is an amazing technique. You've never heard of that technique before, ever. But that's not going to put me off having a go. I'm just like blown by that. That's amazing, because that's cross stitch thread. That's not normal thread, is it? That's cross stitch thread. That's amazing. Thank you so much, Ruby, sweetheart. I'm going to pull some of this thread, and I'm going to take a needle, which, oh, I have a pin, and I'm going to sew. I love that technique. And I love the technique you told me about putting the fabric face down instead of having it face up, because it gives it a better stitch, especially on journals. That's amazing. I'm just floored. And if I could have done that again, I would have. But I'm gonna practice that and practice it and keep practicing it till my fingers are sore. Definitely. Right, I'm gonna sew some these are vintage buttons. So since Ruby's given us a really good tip tonight, I'm going to let you choose, Ruby, sweetheart, because I'm going to go and watch your video. Honestly, now I am, because you've just utterly and floored me. So, Ruby, you get to pick the first button that I'll be sewing on this, and then I will. So these are the options. There's that one, those two. Let me see if I can find another one. That one. I'll do 4. Some of them are just. Oh, that one. That's quite a nice one. Right, so you've got option 1 to 5, and then I'll show everybody. So the first button, or should I put plain one? Let me see if I can find a plain one. Oh, one of these. Right, so these are your options. So I'm going to be sewing 3 little buttons just here. Well, 3 buttons. So option 1 is that one. Option 2 is that one. Option 3 is that one. That's got a picture on there. I don't know where you guys can see that. See it? I don't even know what it says. Yeah, so that's option 3, sorry. That's option 4. There. Option 5 is a purpley one. Or I've got these. And that's option 6. 6. So what one would you like? Would you like one? What one would you like me to sew? 1 to 6. And then whatever when you sew, whatever one you tell me to sew. I've also got that one. I got 7. I got 7. Oh my word! I'm gonna stop picking buttons now because we'll be here all night. Right, 5, 6. That's 7. That's like a wooded effect. So Ruby sweetheart, since you've given me an amazing tip, you get to choose the very first button that I'm going to be sewing just on here at the top. Before I sew that, wait for Ruby to respond. Tell me what option and I will. Option 6. So one of them. I will watch this tomorrow. Oh, thank you, Ruby, sweetheart. Good night. God bless. Thank you for coming in and thank you for the inspiration. I'll definitely go on over to your channel and I'll definitely be watching on how you put your cross stitch thread through your machine and how you get it to go. Amazing technique. Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your inspiration with us. I've got some. I have some vintage lace that I think that would look really nice just here. No, wait a minute, because it's clear. Option 7. No, I don't want that one. Let me get another piece. Oh, you will. There we are. Couldn't have worked that out better myself if I had tried. Right, so I'm going to do a couple of stitches. And then I'm going to stitch the inside of our journal. I've also got some elastic. I'm so inspired. It's unbelievable. Good night, Rian. God bless. Thank you for coming in, sweetheart. Good night, Mary. Thank you for popping in. Is Rian going? I love that we share and inspire. Oh, most definitely, Miss Rian. I couldn't have put it better myself. Right, I'm going to pop this button on. And I'm going to leave the threads hanging once I get enough of the button. I love that technique. Love it so much. Oh, you're not going. Right. Another option now, I'm going to put 2 buttons by the side of it. So you all get to pick. These are your options. A little white one. See what other ones we have. A little hexagon one. There's a cream button there that's different to the white one. Oh, that one. So I will. Can I zoom in? I'm not trying to think now. Can I? I don't want to zoom in. I've lost you. There we are. I enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. for this live. I learned a lot. Oh, hi, Aunt Design, Debbie, sweetheart. Thank you for coming in. And I'm so sorry you've lost the live. Hopefully, you'll get to see this at the end. And thank you so much for coming in. These are the options. So you're option 1 to 4. So what 2 buttons? So give me 2 options. Would you like me to sew? And I will sew them. I might say this is option 4. I might sew them in a line, if that makes sense. This is option 4. So give me the 2 options that you would like me to sew. I love that technique. I am so like floored by that. And I'm gonna keep practicing about that because I'm floored. It worked. Rian says option 2 and 4. Anyone else? So Rian's ones are these. Options in 2 and 4. I'm buzzing about that. I've just like, that is amazing. Can't believe it did that on the machine as well. Anyway, I'll stop talking about it now because I'm just so inspired and buzzing by it. Rian says option 2 and option 4. I like option 2 because it's got the hexagon shape on. Anyone else? I'll give it a few more minutes for it to catch up. But we've got, I might not get around to it tonight. I don't know if I will. I don't know. We'll see what time is in a second. This is the inside because this is the inside of the cushion and it's got a zip, which is what they'll all sleep in. Option 2, brilliant. Right, I'm going to go with option 2. What I was going to say was this has got the zip, so I'm going to keep this for the inside, the in cover of this. But I put that canvasy material on for it to hold, for it to be a little bit more stiffer. I'm going to pull it tight. And since Rian said option 4, I'm going to put option 4 in. Which was this one. I am like, I'm so inspired. I'm like, I really want to give it a go, but I'm on live. Does that make sense? I don't want you guys just watching me and thread a bobbin, thread it bobbin. Right, I've come to the end of my buttons. And what I'm going to do, because I really want to keep the threads on there, thread this back through, is I'm going to thread it just under the button. I'm going to make a little knot. Make 2, I think. What I might do. Wrap it around the button. Make another one, and then I'll be able to cut it. Just going to cut the thread down. I'm not going to cut it off. There. So that is our front cover. And I love the technique I've learned tonight. Right, so this, let me get rid of all these threads. I don't know where they're all coming from, but bear with me for 2 minutes while I just try and make some room on my table. Put these buttons away. Right, okay. These are all like little pieces of scrap. Okay, I have some room. Now, I haven't got any brown elastic, neither have I got any white, but you will be up all night figuring that out. I will indeed, Rian. I will indeed. Because, I don't know, I will. I just know I will. You know, anyone knows me by now that I don't give up in things. I don't. And that's really inspired me so much. Right, I haven't got brown and I haven't got white. The only elastic that I do have is pink. So it's not really going to be seen. So I can sew for it. Now I'm going to keep the threads as much as I can dangling out the sides. Right, what is the front? That's the front. That side's the front. So and I want my secret pocket to go on the back, I think. So what I am going to do, because it's that kind of fabric, but I know it's not going to fray too much, is I'm going to try to turn it inside out, or shall I keep as is? I think I'll keep it as it is because I like the frayed look. I'm going to put 2 pins here, and I'm going to use the brown thread that's already in there. Right. Move all this in my way. Don't use the audio thread or auto cut. It'll work on ordinary thread, but it wasn't working on the thicker thread. But thank you for reminding me. If I had this thread in, that's what it wasn't working on. I'm gonna have to remember that. Can I dial you for tonight when I try and graft in? I'll dial you up. Rian, what did you say? Shan't forget. Right, leave that side. Oops. Oh, come on. And then there's this side. They're really turning out to be the look I really wanted, which was vintage, because of where you all put. Right. Oh, wait a second, that didn't cut. Okay, before I sew that together, I need to sew in my elastic. So my middle, wait a minute, let me pin this side. There's my pin there. Right, and I'm going to find the middle. Let me find the middle with a big pin. Right, fold this in half. That's what it looks like. Fold that in half. I'm going to push that in the dead in the center, so I know that's my center line. I'm going to take my pink elastic. Let me open the side up on this side. I'm going to push it in a bit more than I would normally because of the thickness of the you all still watching me, I wonder? The thickness of the pages. I'm just wondering if you all still watching me. Right, so I'm going to pop. I'm going to pop a pin just in there like so. And I'm going to close it with that elastic sticking out. I'm going to pin it. No, not short pin. Right, move this elastic all the way around with me. I'm going to use straight stitch, I think, but brown thread, because of the brown thread I've used on the front. I'm just checking when I'm putting these pins. Right, I am coming up close now to where I'm going to stop in a second. And I'm going to give myself probably about there, I think. That's the middle line, which I'm going to sew all the way around, and I'm going to come back to the middle. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to stop this side. So I'm going to go all the way around. I think it's just you and me. I know. I think it may be weird. I think everybody's going to watch that. I feel envious now. I think everybody's going to watch that video. Right. me try that again, because I didn't have it on the straight stitch. Right. Speed this up a bit. So it's just a straight stitch all the way around. All the way up here. To sew in the elastic. So I don't want to go all the way. I'm still here. Hi, Alona. I thought everybody disappeared. Straight stitch all the way. Do it round. I'm tying to the elastic now, so I want to go. I'll stop there. Take that center pin out. Square up my elastic, and I'm going to run it over a couple of times. Because the elastic is going to be pulled because the pages go inside. I'm take that pin out all the way around. All the way down, and I'm just going to stop that purple pin that we put in. And I'm going to do I think I'm going to do like a wrap around to go around the journal. I think we are late owls, you know, Lorna. We're definitely late owls. But didn't somebody say, who said that they got kicked out? What? Hi, Sue, sweetheart. Oh, thank you. I'm going to go all the way up to that little pin mark. Didn't somebody say they got kicked out? Who said they got kicked out? I can't think now. Somebody did say they got kicked out though, didn't I? And I wondered whether it's kicked everybody out the live. Right, there's my elastic. There's my threads that have just left them there. I want this to be, I don't want it to be loose, because if it's loose it won't work. I'm just going to cut that down, pop that in, and this is going to be, we've popped in a bit more, haven't I? No, not loose. Oh, there. Let me put the pins in. And there's a way I go about doing this without going over that elastic, because that elastic is going to hold all the pages together. I'll show you in a second what I mean. I stay up late for Claire. I usually in bed by 9. Oh, thank you, Rian, sweetheart. Angie's still there. Oh, well, that's all the help I need. I think I was just showing you my keyboard. To apologise. Oh, my word. What's wrong with me? Right, let me have a look. I'm going to go all the way to the edge. I'm going to slow my speed down. Take the pin out. Speed up so I've only sewn over half of the elastic band. Right, and then I'm going to go in the other way. So that way then, I know I'm going over the elastic band. Over the top. And that's our sort of our journal done. Well, ish. Where's that gone loose again? So I keep moving it. Right, that is our sort of the middle of our journal done. And I think I've done that. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to cut this little thread down a little bit so it's not so much. That is the cover. So let me show you what it looks like with the pages in. Remind me, this is going to be, so you've got the hidden pocket just there that goes all the way through. I'm going to put a stitch. I don't know whether to put a stitch just down here, but that's going to go straight through. I'm still here, just had to step away and make a little dinner. Oh, thank you, Carla, sweetheart. Oh, I'm late on my two little ones. Oh, Sue, sweetheart, need to make a quick tea. Can you make one for me, Lorna, sweetheart? I love milk, no sugar because I'm sweet enough. And Angie, have some tissues. Rian, I'll have a cup of tea. Carla, what would you like? Don't you have coffee? I'm sure you said in one of your videos you have coffee. I'm going to change the thread back to white because I just want to do a little bit of a stitch down the center because I want to, otherwise when you open this, it's going to go all the way through to the other end. It's going to be a bit awkward if I don't change the color, and you're going to see it. So there's the brown. Bear with me, 2-6. That's what it looks like at the minute. Now all these threads that I've just snipped off, some of them is going to go back on the journal now in a minute. There's that one. Don't bear with me. Oh God, what am I doing now? Right, just threading my machine at the minute. That's all I'm doing. There, I'll pop that through there. Thank you, ladies, for still being with me. It does mean a lot, by the way. Just wanted to let you all know that it does. I'm going to put a stitch near the center. Because it's white, it's not going to really show. I'll need to do it because I've done a hidden pocket. I've done a lovely little stitch that you can't see because I've done in white. This is the reason why I did it in white, because otherwise you would have seen where the stitch was. And that allows me now to open this pocket and there's a block. So thank you, Ian. And being a stiff is the worst. I know, bless her little cotton socks. I'm leaning over for the pages because I want to show you. Oh, Carla, did you see? I don't know whether you've seen it. Did you see your page in this journal? Because I've stuck it in. Well, I've stuck some of the stuff that you made for the journal. I'll show you now. So that is what that is going to look like. It's already beginning to stuff up. I think I'm going to need a couple of more pages. bearing in mind that's not threaded on the elastic band over there. Couple of more pages and that will be a real chunky journal. Let me show you. I'm going to start off the band as well tonight, but I'll only work on a little bit of it. So that's the front cover. Like I say, this is now it's going to be 2 covers. So this is the 1 cover, and then next week we'll make the cover to go on these pages and make more of the pages. So Carla, this is the piece you made. Remember, sweetheart? Here's the pocket in your room somewhere. I flip it over. That's what's on the other side. There's a pocket there, and everybody's name's on there. Everybody's name is on there, and it's looking really chunky. And I can still add this certain pages that I haven't got no names on as of yet because I haven't done everybody in the book. I think all these have come off. I think I have done up to now. There's 6 names, and there was 13 that entered, which means I've got 7 names to put in. Yes, that's going to look one heck of a book when that comes together. Right, so the band. This is the cover. I won't add any more to the cover. These threads drive me nuts. Let me put away this that and the pages before they go astray. I do apologize leaning over you guys. And I'm going to start on the band. Now the band, you know, earlier I said, did I say it? I said that I was gonna, I cut this off, didn't I, earlier, remember? Well, I'm gonna use this as part of the band that goes round. I'm gonna add to it, but this will be part of the band that goes round. And where's my other piece? Did I not have another? I'm sure I had another piece. Aha, I did. So I have because I want to take the sew on interfacing off. I'm just roughly cutting this because I don't want it to be straight. I want it to be more raw than straight. Right, so that's the width of my band to go around. It isn't wide at all. I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to cut it. So I should get 3 pieces. Yeah, I have. I've got 3 pieces. And that should be big enough to go around. Take this piece of muslin, put it on this side to match it in with that, and then wrap this piece, that piece over to match with that. Now, this is the tricky side. I don't want it to look clumpy. I want it to look like it's one continued piece. What piece did I? Oh, come on. Right, I'm gonna thread. I'm gonna sandwich a layer through the fabrics. I'm gonna sandwich layer all the fabrics in so it doesn't look as if I've joined 2 pieces together. It looks as if it was one continued piece. I'm just going to put a couple of pins in this to make sure it's not going to go anywhere. Well, I can attach that one. It might need a 3rd one, 4th one, we'll see. So these are wrapped up of different layers. See the different layers? The cotton and muslin and more cotton, whatever. So what I would do is like a deck of cards, take the layers There. What am I doing? There, there, there. I'm going to pin that and then I'm going to sew them. Having a coffee as we speak. Oh, I thought it was you that drank coffee, so I was right. Right, so that's what the wraparound looks like. But I think I'm going to need one more thing, but we'll see now. We'll sew it up together. We will see what it looks like. I've kept more muslin as well. So as I'm sewing it on the machine, I'm going to add more muslin to this grey piece. The other side is okay. It's just as I'm sewing it, I'm going to add it. All the way down. There. There. And then let it come over the sides a little bit. Right. I'm going to sew that, stop to this bit, cut it, and then do the other piece. And then I'm going to see how much we need for the journal. Because I don't know how much we actually need. Right. So, back stitch. Pick up pins out as I go. And then we'll have a band that will go around that will match the cover. I will be adding to the band, so it's not going to really matter what way I do it, really, as long as it looks very similar to the journal. You know what you know what I mean now in a second. Maybe 2 seconds because of my machine. Carry on sewing all the way down. So you basically make a big long snippet piece. Take this pin out. Cut up here, leave a bit of a gap so I can attach this muslin to the bottom piece. Might need another piece, we'll see. I think I might need another piece. Right. There's one. Two. So I'll go from there. I have water. I'm such a trail blaster. Oh, me and you not. I like, are you having hot water or cold water? Because I do like hot water from time to time. And herbal teas. I wanted to stop in before I go to work. I love it all. Oh, thank you, Davita. I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I'm so sorry. Davita. Thank you, sweetheart, for stopping in. It means a lot to me. So thank you so much. I'm just going to do the end and I'm going to come back down. then you'll see what I mean by this wraparound, and about it might be might need another strip. We'll see. I can see where I've stopped, which is here. Okay. Right, this is the wraparound. Oh, I might be wrong. Oh, I might be wrong. I think I am. I think three wraps is long enough. Like, see, and it's just attached to any holes. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to, I won't cut it just yet, but what I am going to do, I won't cut it just yet because the pages will bulk it out. I mean, those pages, let me get them across. Those pages are just a few of them, and they're already starting to bulk out. So as you can imagine, when you've got, because I've got seven more names to add. So look, see how it's gone, and by the time I've added those pages, it'll probably be there. So it'll be chunky. What I'll do is I'm going to stop here, because once I've got all the pages in, it's then and only then can I add some button. I'm going to add 3 buttonholes and 3 buttons on here, so that Sarah can, like I say, she can add to the book or she can take away. Now she takes the stuff away and uses stuff, the book will get less and less, so she'll be able to loosen it and tighten it as she pleases, because it'll have 3 adjustments on it. But yes, that is what we've done. Thank you for sticking with me. I just, like I say, and I said it last week, I just hope that I'm doing what you've sent in justice, because I would hate for this book not to be done in the way that you've sent it. I love that technique. I'm so memorized by that technique. It's unbelievable. So those are the pages. This is the, oh gosh, this is the wraparound, what I've just done now, which I'm not going to cut until we've done all the pages. And then this is the cover, which is really, really effective. I love that technique, and I love the way if you put your work in first, you see it. But can you see what I mean now? The only stitches that you're seeing on this side are the outer stitches. There's a hidden pocket will be at the back, which I hope has something in there for Sarah. So that'll be a nice little surprise for her. And then this elastic band will allow the book to slip in and out. So we've made the first cover to our vintage journal. And this piece was a cushion cover. So yes, that's all it was. So I really do hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much for sticking with me and being a part of tonight's live. I do appreciate it greatly. Like I say, the book is getting really, really chunky, and I cannot wait to see it finished. And I just can't wait to put everybody's name into it now and to do some more pages with you all. But I am looking forward to doing it. But it because of that grey canvas, this material, this is Laura Ashley, but any canvas material will do. It's given that a bit of a stiffness. I think if I had just done it in cotton, because I wasn't putting anything between it, it would have been a bit more flimsy, but because that stirred it up a little bit. But yes, that's our journal. Do you think Sarah would mind if I kept it? No, I'm only messing. I wouldn't keep it. But that is gorgeous. I am taking a liking it to myself. It's absolutely stunning. I love all these pieces that everybody's made. Absolutely. It's just, you just made the journal, and what a piece. Do you know what I mean? What a piece to have and to write in every day and know that she's got all the names of the YouTube channels and she can look them up. And on Tammy's piece was in here. This is where I put Tammy's little piece that she made. you know, it's going to be immense. I just cannot wait to see her reaction. I put that in. I made that when I set the challenge up. I made a few bits and pieces. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. And Angie's piece. This was the backing paper that Angie sent her pieces in. So I used it in the journal. Wow. Just wow. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm just loving it. Thank you all for bearing with me. Thank you all for staying. That means a lot to me. Thank you all for the thumbs up. You know, I come off live every week and I look at all your lovely comments, and I have been these past couple of weeks, life's getting in the way a little bit, but I have been trying to catch up on videos, and I have been trying to watch them just before I go to bed so I can comment on them and see what you're all up to. Because like I say, you all inspire me, and that technique, the two techniques that the lovely Ruby was mentioning, I'm going to definitely practice more on. It's just amazing. Those techniques are amazing. Thank you all for bearing with me. Have a lovely rest of the week, wherever you are in the world. Craftily fingers on red raw, and be inspired by anything you see. It can be YouTube, internet, or in shop windows. And until next week, I will say goodnight and nostal, which means good night in Welsh. And I will love and leave you till then. And hopefully the lovely Miss Paisley will be well enough to join me next week, because I know she has been poorly these past couple of weeks. So Andrew, I'm sending all my love to you, love. And I do hope that you get better soon, and that head cold of yours, you know, that you'll be all rested and you'll be back to normal beginning of next week. But take it easy and rest up, and I will love and leave you till then. Thank you all for your lovely comments and for staying with me, and have a lovely rest of the week. Mwah! Bye for now, ladies. Good night. No star.